Dishwalla, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm finally actually going to explain how I play Until I Wake Up, which is something quite a few people have asked me over the years, because it is really what it comes down to is a really unusual tuning and then a very specific picking pattern. So we'll jump straight into it. There's nothing in motion and outside. Cool. So acoustic guitar is, you can use an acoustic or electric. I do recommend putting on a heavier gauge of string than you might normally, especially the electrics. I'd go at least 11 or 12s, just because some of the strings end up being so loose that it's impossible to keep them in tune, and that's a big part of it. So I also suggest using elixirs. That's the nano web ones, they're the really thin ones, just because there's so much sliding going on that the string noise gets really bad. But we start with a standard tuned guitar in terms of a just, you know, E, A, D, G, B, E. However, this guitar is tuned a half step down, so it's E flat, A flat, D flat, F sharp, B flat, and E flat. Okay, so that is the key that I did it in acoustically. I think the album is up in standard tuning at A440, but in terms of touring and things like that, it's a little easier on the guitar to be a half step down because some of the strings are pulled up pretty tight. Also makes it easier to sing. Okay, so cool. So the big thing is that I made it very simple to play because I'm not an amazing guitar player. So, and I wanted to keep it simple, especially too because I'm singing. So this tuning right now, it's basically the only two strings we're going to keep are this high E flat and this high B flat, and all these other strings we're going to tune to an E. Okay, so this G flat string or F sharp string, what we're going to do is we're going to tune this down to an E. Okay, this is very important because this is kind of key in terms of which direction you go. Otherwise, you're going to break strings or have something too floppy that it won't work at all. So we're going to bring that down to an E. And actually, a quick way to do it is you can use your high E string or your low E string as a reference. So the F sharp strings, the G string, is going to go down to the E flat, okay? This is a D flat. We're going to bring this up to an E, okay? So now this one gets really floppy. This is going to be your A flat string. This is going to go all the way down to an E. We don't want to bring it up because you'll break a string, so we want to bring this all the way down. So these are basically the same pitch, your low E, and what would be this A or A flat string is now an E flat, so they're two E flats. So what you get is E, 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 B, E. E or E flat tuning is based on a Crosby, Stills, and Nash & Young song, I think is what my dad told me back in the day. It's I forget which song that is, but anyway, so the key on this one though is because we're only using the A and the B string in terms of changing pitches. So I'm just fretting just these notes, and there's 4 positions that you use in the song. So what's important is that in order to get it to be in tune, especially because the strings can get a bit loose in spots, is you have to fret them in order to tune them. So that's a little sharp. So that sounds good. Those are a wee bit off there. This one's going to get a bit sharp, so you're going to have to drop that one a little flat. Even if it's open, it might be a little flatter on the tuner than when you're fretting it. So that's important too, otherwise it's going to be sharp. If you have an open string right on the money on the tuner, it's going to be funky when you fret it. Especially when you're like me, when I tend to grip things a bit too hard. Okay, so now we've tuned the guitar to the tuning, which is all E flats except for the one B up here. So E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, B flat, E flat. Okay, so that's the first position, is at the 5th fret. 9th fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, and in the chorus we're going to jump up to the 7th fret, to the 9th fret, to the 4th fret, and that's basically it. The picking pattern, again, is that if the strings are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's going to be 2, 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 3. So 2, 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 3. Okay, that's basically the pattern. Except for the places where I do use I put the 2 at the end, the 2 string, and I hit it as the very last note of the phrase and the beginning of the next phrase. So when I'm coming around the top, you'll see me do it. You'll hear a double of one of those. So you can hear it right there. Anyways, that's really the only tricky part of it. I'll play through the phrase one more time. So the verse goes like this. Okay. The chorus is going to have the additional, I start on this 7th fret every other time. Cool. Okay. I've seen some people try it some really wild and weird ways to play this with, crazy jazz chords and everything. That's not what it is. It's a very, very simple thing to play once you know what the tuning is, which is really the only real trick to it, okay? There is a bit of a trick to it. So hopefully that helps, and you'll be able to rock this song on your own. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. Cheers.